Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm Rishta, the owner of Sweet Little Things. We're a home-based company. You can follow us on Instagram, Rishta at Sweet Little Things, or on Facebook at Sweet Little Things. So today I'll be showing you how to make our signature brand called chocolate puffs. So for the chocolate puff cake recipe, you're going to need 1 cup of sugar with a bit of vanilla essence, just about a cup, just for some flavor. I'm going to toss it in there. Then we're going to need a 1/4 cup of fish oil. So you can use from any oils as long as it's fish oil. So I used a 1/4 cup in here. So while that is busy dissolving, we're going to start spinning it. So as it's going on, we're going to add our eggs. But the secret about this recipe is adding your eggs one at a time. So while that is getting a mix, we're going to add 1 egg. And don't forget, it has to be on room temperature. That's another secret. Room temperature eggs when baking at all times. So once that starts mixing, you can add another one. That's it. So it does require 3 large eggs. But if you don't have large eggs, then just use 4 medium eggs. That's it. So this has been the top seller in our company for the past year, ever since our launch. This is one of the top branding since I've launched. And thus far it has made, I'd say, over, in a year span, about 120 orders just for our chocolate puffs. So hence why I chose the chocolate puffs as today's recipe. And it's very quick and easy to make, especially in the month of Ramadan. So while that is whipping, we're going to stop it. Make sure it's all nice dissolved, mixed in. Then we're going to add 1 cup of self-rising flour. Toss that in. Then we're going to mix it again. So while that gets all mixed up, we're going to put the kettle on, because this is our key ingredient. It's our cocoa. So our next secret trick to this recipe is boiling water mixed with your cocoa. So I have pre-boiled my water already. So about 1/2 cup of water with 1/2 cup of cocoa. You're going to pour that in your, I don't like using cups, so I use mugs, just for the consistency and the chocolate cleanness of it. So you're going to add your cocoa and you're going to mix until it's all well dissolved, until it's nice and, I'd say, runny texture. You don't want clumpiness, so you're going to mix it until all the clumpiness are gone. You will see that the chocolate consistency is very, very runny. So once that's all dissolved, we're going to put off our machine. There we go. So now we're going to scrape down all of the ingredients got along its side. You want your consistency and your measures all to be right. I'm going to do that. Then we're going to add in the cocoa, the secret ingredient. It's nice to have it nice and warm, straight from the kettle. I'm going to pour it in. Make sure you scrape that last bits, just in order to get the texture right. Because the chocolate puffs are nice and fluffy. And this is the hidden secret. So once that is in, you're going to start mixing again. Roughly about 30 seconds, sorry. And while it's mixing, you can scrape down, just in order to get the chocolate and the vanilla all mixed. So the final key ingredient would be your baking powder. So you just need just about 1 teaspoon, just for the rising agent. And you sprinkle it over on there. Just 1 teaspoon will do the trick. and then you'll give your final whipping. Don't over whip it because you don't want your agency to dissolve completely. So just about for, I'd say, 20 seconds, and then your cake is ready to be baked. So that will be your batter. So you can just get a spatula, and what I do is I directly throw it into our baking tray. I like to line my baking trays out because it just gives a nicer pattern and a nicer fit to it. So I would say you fill your paper cup about 3/4 way, not completely filled. So I'd say roughly 3 tablespoons. Just want to get it in there. As you can see, the consistency is very runny, hence why the chocolate puffs literally melt in your mouth. I'm going to fill up more. This batch makes up to about 20 to 24 chocolate puffs. There we go. Just 3/4, because you still want to give it space to rise a bit, and you'd see it will rise right up till the level. And there we go. So this makes a tray of 12, but you can see there's enough batter for another 10 to go around. So with this, we're going to pop it into the oven, I'd say 15 minutes at 180 degrees. Yummy. So after allowing it to bake for about 15 minutes, you take it out of the oven and allow it to cool. So I have my cool down ones here. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to decorate it for you. So we have some caramel, we have some fresh cream and chocolate ganache. So we're going to dig immediately down into decorating it. So as you can see, it's super soft, nice, soft and fluffy. So we're going to just cut them all open and allow us to decorate them. Baking is one of my all-time favorite, my personal hobby. I was kind of forced into opening my own business, but it was a blessing in disguise. About 2 years ago, I got retrenched from a company which I was plus minus 3 years. And I said, why not just go into something home-based? At that time, I didn't want to look for other work, only because I was already pregnant with my little daughter, Firoza, that's now 1 year old. And being a mom and having another daughter of 7 years old, Shumaiz, so I needed to occupy myself, so to speak. And then I decided, why not bake? So this is what I've been doing for the past year, and alhamdulillah, it's taken off very well. So we're going to decorate. Let me just wipe my hands. So we're first going to put on some caramel. I'm going to pop that in. You want to put a nice blotch on because in my fresh cream, I didn't add any sugars or vanilla essence, so it is as plain as it can be. So I like to add flavor when it comes to our caramel. Nice big blotch. So now you're going to get that sweetness balanced with fresh cream and topped with chocolate ganache. Perfect for the Ramadan treat. That's that. There we go. And now for our fresh cream, you also want to put a good amount in because you have that amount of caramel. Nice big fat roses gives it also some height. Does a. This is one of my first things I ever made as when I started my business. So I thought, let me share my recipe with you. And it can be a treat at the buka table, the iftar table. That's that. So now you're going to place it on a plate because you're going to pour your chocolate ganache off. And what happens with the chocolate ganache, it tends to run. So you just want to put it down, you want to plate it. That's that. Okay, with my chocolate ganache, I mix about 1 slab of chocolate, and I like a creamy, rich chocolate. So I don't add milk or fresh cream, I add dessert cream. So I'd say a 1 slab to about a half a dessert cream. All depends on the texture and the consistency. You don't want it also too stiff, but you also want it nice and creamy. So I'm just going to pop that over there, and you will notice it will run down. I also want to put a nice block on there. Rosé. So if you want to, you can. This is optional. I just like some color or some touch to it. So I'll add some grated chocolate, which I already have. So I did a white chocolate as well as a milk chocolate. Just to sprinkle over. This gives it a bit of touch. There we go. So that's our chocolate puffs. Bismillah, that's my plate. Don't forget to catch me on Instagram at Rishra Sweet Little Things or Facebook at Sweet Little Things. Shukran. Ramadan Kareem to all.